Hey, what's up, you guys? I am back with another recap. I have watched 2010, the full show, and now we are going to do a recap of all the songs. I'll tell you my thoughts of each of the songs, my recap of like the show itself, uh, as well as my top 10. And today I only have a bottom two. I'll explain why as we get through the songs, but okay, let's just get into. Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to tell you my thoughts on the show first. I thought it was like a good show. I really loved the interval, like the performance for like during the votes. I loved how it like showed all the different countries like getting involved, doing dance, like the dance. It was like kind of like around the world, showing how everyone is like interconnected. It was really, I loved the messaging for that, and I thought it was a really fun, cool performance. The hosts were like good. They were good. I feel like, again, like it's so hard to compare it because I started with, to me, the year that the hosts have been by far like the best. So it's just very difficult to like compare. I will say they were like less corny. It was a very together show as far as like cuts were very good. There wasn't a lot of like, sometimes when they just ask a lot of ridiculous, useless questions in order to fill time, I don't feel like they did that in this audience. They maybe did it once or twice with like, is this the best audience? I'm like, please stop asking that. Because I'm just like, I get it's to fill time, but I'm like, please stop. So yeah, I thought that they were really good. The guy to me stood out the most. He was probably the best. He did like one thing where it was like quick changes and like all these different props that he had to keep up with, which was really fun to watch. And it was Norway, I believe Norway that hosted this 2010. I thought they did a really wonderful job. It was a good performance. It was well done. It was interesting enough. It wasn't obviously as good as like no one's gonna outrank my girl Hazel. Hazel is the bomb. She's the bomb.com. She should be hosting every single Eurovision from here on out. I love her so much. So that's basically my thoughts on the show. The show was well done. It was well, like, there wasn't a lot of gaps. There wasn't a lot of like useless bits, and it felt really interconnected. And I loved how much like it showed the other countries getting involved. So I thought that was really fun. Okay. So first off, this was Drip, 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 Drop. I thought it was a good opener. It was well done. It's so funny because this girl, I said it in the thing, she looks like just like my best friend. So I was just like watching it, just being like, oh my God, it's so weird seeing my best friend on Eurovision. But I thought she was good. I love her dress. I loved the staging. The song was pretty good too. This was my first time seeing the stage being someone running up on stage, and I was like, well, that's weird. That doesn't seem like it was part of the performance. It was not. They were just invading the stage. Crazy. So they got to perform again. I think that he has a beautiful voice. I don't vibe with the song personally, and I really don't like the staging on it because I get that it's kind of like reminiscent of childhood. I hate clowns. And there was something about it that just felt odd. I can't put my finger on it. It was just very odd to me. Do you guys remember when these shiny suits were like freaking huge though? Okay, so he would, to me, have been a lot higher if he had been on pitch. He started a cappella, which to me, I think is what made he couldn't find the pitch for a while. Once he found it, it was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It really was a beautiful performance. So it bums me out that he just didn't sing with the music to begin with, because I think he would have been on pitch. He's also very handsome, and I like the song. It's very Broadway-esque. Sax Guy was the best part of this. I love Sax Guy. I'm just going to say, if they had just let Sax Guy be the ultimate, just be the one who performed this entire song, they would have won. No. No, not even. Actually, the guy, I think, had a really good voice, too. I said when I was watching this, if it had been me that was watching this in 2010, this guy probably would have gotten all my votes, because it would have been like, oh my God, cute guy with guitar. Like, he's very reminiscent of like the singer-songwriters that I listened to back in the day. The song is very like, I'll be like Edwin McCain type song, like not as good, obviously. The song isn't actually that good, but like young high school Kelly, because I would have been like 17 when this came out. I think young high school Kelly would have vibed with him. Adult Kelly, no. Your story. I do not like the lyrics of this song at all. The song itself is good, but the lyrics is what's so odd. I'm sad that they don't perform anymore, though, because they really kill it. Okay, when he was doing his like more belting voice, I really enjoyed his performance. When he was doing his like verses and such, I didn't like it as much because he was doing something that you'll see. Also, Lena did it as well, and I've had confirmation from other people now. It wasn't just me that said this. There was a thing back in the time of like 2010 where people did like cursive singing, and they did what he was doing, which is like this like kind of like whiny voice for men. Like, it was very popular in this era of time, and I think it doesn't hold up well because, again, it was very time period. Like in 2010, this was like a very big way to sing. I don't know if he still sings like this, he just continued this, because a lot of people that were doing this, their voices like changed, obviously, because it was no longer popular, and so they stopped doing it. I don't know what he sounds like after this. I'm sure he still has somewhat of a whiny tone, because he does have like a very high-pitched voice for a male, but I do think a little bit of is put on, so I enjoy it when he's belting because you don't hear it, but when he's in the verses, it gets a little grating to me. Stars, you hear that? Like the way he pronounces stuff, the whispering, the whininess. I really dislike this performance, guys. I'm so sorry. Also, the hair, I don't know what that was, like who cut his hair for him, but that was mean. This was hilarious. Also, many people are flat. Everyone is flat, basically, and the butterfly is like, it's for me. She has a great voice. The song is good. It's just a bit forgettable. I was jamming. If you guys, like, for my Patreon people, you know I was jamming to this song. I freaking loved this song. This song was a jam. Appa! Appa! So good. I liked this song till the end. He got a little bit sharp and then flat. But happy ever after. I don't know how. It's a bit cheesy, but I liked the cheese until he started getting a little pitchy at the end. But still, I like the cheese. It's cute. Good to me. She killed it. I do think that she suffered from having too much belting and too much, like, I think that she needed to pull back a little bit, because I said this when I was watching it on Patreon. I think that if you're pushing throughout the song and all it is belt after belt after belt, you don't get any, like, you don't get any transition in the song. Like, you don't get any feeling of the song. Like, you need more, like, moments of quiet and tenderness, and then go into these big notes, then go back again. Like, do some more, instead of just, like, holding it in that one state for so long that it kind of just doesn't become impressive anymore. Instead, it kind of becomes tiresome. If she had done, like, more, I'm trying to, like, phrase it the correct way. If she had like allowed moments of breath in the song. I'm not talking about like her actual breath. I'm talking about like the breath of the song to have a little bit more of a moment. I think it would have been a lot better, but it was still really good. I still enjoyed it a lot. She has a great voice. This was my favorite performance of the night. I freaking love this. It's like, it's so, I said it when I was watching it, reminds me of like Fall Out Boy, reminds me of like Panic! At the Disco. It's just very like punk rock, like pop, and that was like my jam back in middle school, and I still love it though. This song was good, like it was just, again, a bit like boring, but she has a great voice. So empty, it's all about. Another one to me, great voice. Song was kind of meh. It just wasn't super. It wouldn't stick in my mind. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So I think her voice is really good. It's not my type of voice. It's a little bit too punk rock girl. And I'm like, I like punk rock girl. The most punk rock girl I go is like Avril Lavigne or like Evanescence, you know, like Bring Me to Life type thing. She is a bit too much like punk rock voice for me. Like I prefer that. I like it in guys. I don't love it in girls too much. I don't know why. Unless like I said, it's like an Avril Lavigne, Evanescence type thing. But her voice was a little bit, to me, I didn't love it, but I can admit that she has an amazing voice. It's just not my style. And the messaging of the song was beautiful. It was really, really well done. Gorgeously written song. Like, just wonderful message. Something we need all too much right now. Sadly, it's still relevant, like 16 years later. If anything, it's more, like, real today. This was fun. I just don't, like, it had like 7 words. Ole, 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 ole. Fun. It was fun. I just don't love the lyrics. Great staging though. Great voices. Okay, people were booing so much when Russia was getting like any points, and I'm just gonna say, controversial take, I loved this performance, because if you are a musical theater fan at all, like, this is something totally, it reminds me exactly of like Once the Musical. It's very much like this could go on a Broadway stage tomorrow. It's extremely musical theater vibe. Do I think that Eurovision would like it? No, especially in this day, and especially in like the 2000s era, because it seemed like those songs were much more like catchy, fun, like have a good time. And this is not that at all. It 100% is like Broadway stage though, or like West End. I love this one. Give it back to me from the motherland. A brick cut stone. Okay, here's where I'm going to get shot by someone. Like, people are going to get really mad. On my Patreon, there were lots of, like, anger. There was lots of anger towards me. I don't like the song. I don't love her voice on the song. I think, and a lot of people said to me, though, they did say to me, and you guys can argue with me, they said, though, the reason she won is because people loved her. Like, people really, really liked her. And I don't think it's because they liked the song necessarily. Maybe the song was okay, like they liked it enough. But I think the thing that really pushed her over is that people really liked her as a person. They thought, and I said when she won, it was so cute. She was very sweet. She was adorable. She was overwhelmed. It was a really cute moment. Like, she is, and I love, like, Lena, however you pronounce her name. I really liked her. I've seen her on The Voice Kids for years in Germany. I don't think she's still on it, but like, I saw it years ago when I was watching The Voice Kids quite a lot. And I've always thought she was like absolutely adorable. I remember when like this little girl sang Time to Say Goodbye, and she was like crying throughout the performance because she was just like so touched and so moved. I've always liked her personality, so I can see why she would be like someone that would win based on her personality and based on the fact that Germany had a good song, like a pretty decent song, and normally, from what I've heard at least, Germany does terrible in this. I've seen them do terrible in this. So for them, like, this was extremely, and I'm not dissing, I'm not saying, I personally don't see the appeal because I was not around during this time frame. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get to know the artists. I was not there watching the performances, watching the lead up. So I can only go off of like what I'm hearing. And what I'm hearing is someone who's very young. Their voice is not very mature. So it has a very weird accent, which she did. Someone stated that this was like this was her accent. I heard her speak. She does have like this accent. It was obviously she learned the accent from someone who spoke English. So like she kind of has like a East London, or like a Australian accent, like the way she pronounces satellite. Like it's very much like it's not a typical German accent. Definitely not, because I know a lot of Germans and they do not speak like this. It's very typical of like an Australian / like London. It's almost like it's been combined into one accent for her. She probably learned it from like listening to other artists and listening to English speakers. Nothing wrong with that. It just, for me, sounds really weird because of the way that she like pronounces things. The diction sounds really strange in a song. And the song itself, I'm just not that big of a fan of. So for me, I don't personally think I would have voted for her. And I probably at the time would have been like, ooh, but only because I wasn't there for the lead up. So maybe 17-year-old Kelly that was watching this and like watched her have like fun with all of her mates and was watching her be like friendly to everyone and sweet and cool and personable, maybe I would have been like, hell yeah, like she should win. Like she was around my age at the time, so maybe I would have vibed with that. I don't know. But today Kelly is like, there were better performances. Sorry. That's just my take. I also did listen to her sing this later on, and I prefer it much more because she stopped singing with this accent. I like this a lot too. This was very pretty. I feel so bad for him because he killed that song until those like the 2 to 3 high notes that he had. He was very sharp. Love this song. Wanna know what it's looking for. Wanna know what you ask for more. Moment like this. I liked that song so much. It was giving me like, and we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. If you don't know that song, go look it up. It's one of the best songs ever. I love Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. Okay, so my bottom 3, or my bottom 2 actually, because I couldn't even come up with a bottom 3. Because honestly, there wasn't songs that I extremely disliked this year. There wasn't songs. It was really hard for me to come up with the top 10. Because to me, it was more like I had like a top 3 and the rest were kind of just like intermingled. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they were kind of just like, whatever. Like I liked that one. I liked that one. That one was good. That one was really good. That one was fun. That one was like, yeah, okay. But the bottom 2 that I really just did not like were Serbia and Belarus. That Butterfly, that was so weird, and everyone was super flat on that. Serbia didn't have like a bad voice. I just didn't like the performance, and I don't know, something about like that hairdo was just like it sticks in your head. Okay, then my top 10. From number 10, I'm doing is Azerbaijan, Drip 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 Drop. I like that song a lot. Germany, Lena. Again, sorry. It's just how I feel. But everyone has their own opinions. Let me know your top 10, and I'm sure you'll argue with me on mine. Then I have Georgia, Romania, Ukraine, Belgium, Armenia, and my top 3, these are the ones that I like knew right off the bat, are Greece, Opa, Denmark, because as I was just saying, wanna know, I love that song, and to no one's surprise, if you watch me watch it on Patreon, you know that I was like loving it, Turkey. So those are my thoughts. Those are, I like just how I feel. I talk about this all the time. Eurovision is a safe space. We can have disagreements. You can argue with me in the comments. You can tell me why I'm wrong. I have no problem with it. Just be respectful. I'm being respectful when I say, to me, I understand why Lena won. I'm never sure how to pronounce it. I understand why she won, because like people were saying it was a personality vote. And even I'm sure some people really did love the song, and some people probably really did love her phrasing. As someone who like studied music and loves music and has studied many, many different accents for music, I personally didn't love the phrasing that she chose for the song, and I personally didn't like the song that much. I don't think she even wrote the song, so like that's nothing against her. It was just not my favorite. It was not my cup of tea, but I thought Turkey was bomb. I loved them. So again, good year, not a great year. 2009 was definitely better. Maybe because like my top two, I was just like so in love with. I loved them both so much. But it was still a pretty good year. I still really enjoyed it. So next time will be 2011. Please come join me on Patreon if you're not already a member and you want to watch me react to all the full shows. Right now I've done 2025 to 2020. And I've also done 2009 and 2010 now. And I will be going up again to 2020. And then I will be jumping back another decade. Okay, thank you guys so much. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.